sure everything's coming out about the same. And hopefully all about equal with me. Like that immediately seems too loud to me, so I
Nice.
will... like,
A nice intro screen there.
thank you. That's what I was working on between when I said I'd come into the call to when I came in the call. It's like, I need to throw something together to celebrate this. In fact, I originally threw that together so I could tweet it out. So let me do that. There we go. Now it's been tweeted out. Social media knows. Close all these windows lest they give me any sort of performance problems. And Quinn, if you could talk for me a little bit so I could see how it compares to everything else.
Well, I guess I'll just start talking about our current strategy of the day, which I guess is what we would call the northern strategy of beating up Scythia while hopefully keeping Grand Columbia from exploiting our weakened flank.
Yes, I agree with this assessment. I think a big part of it is also going to be something we've been neglecting, which is being a little diplomatic with the people we're not currently at war with. I keep forgetting that we do have plenty of luxury resources that we're like taking out of our land and the freshly stolen Macedonian lands, and we can be trading that to people and being like, "Hey, look the other way while we kill these people. We'll give you fancy fur coats and some tobacco." And I think if we lean into that a little bit, we can hold off at least Grand Columbia's rage. Gets a little tougher to fight us when they know the only reason their country is so happy is because we're doing all of our pillaging and stealing.
Have we gotten to the point where we can build U-boats? Feels like that's the kind of something we've neglected this whole game.
I think we're getting close, but you are correct. We have been not doing a whole lot of like naval combat quite yet. Gonna adjust your volume a little bit. And I think I've also turned down a lot of the sound on the game, so let me up that a little bit, and then I'll let people see what we're seeing. There we go. And voila! All right, folks. Welcome to, I guess it's 6:58. We don't need to get starting super in earnest, but we can let people see kind of what we're looking at here, what we got to deal with. So something that I kind of ran through and tried to figure out a little bit between now and maybe about a half hour or so ago. Just trying to look at our country, what we got so far. We've conquered all of Macedonia here on our western half of our nation, really. And they have left it pretty open for us to set it up however we want. So I went through and kind of took the liberty to try and figure out where all the good places for districts are and kind of marked them out so we can have those ready to go when they're available to build. Also, I'm pretty sure it's going to take coal to fuel our U-boats should that become part of our strategy. And it looks like looks like good old Tracadia's got some coal for us. Because we do have Persia sitting here, and I feel like they tend to build a pretty strong navy. If they want to, they could probably start messing with us at some point if they had the mind to do it. But let's see, when do we get okay, so U-boats are coming up. Oh, they take oil, which we don't have. Let me see if we've even discovered any oil on the map. No, okay, so we don't even know what oil looks like yet. How do we, when, where, find that? Oh, okay, I see. We got the railroad, which threw us a little bit ahead with electricity. But it would look like refining over here is what we're going to need for oil, which we'll need that before we can even build U-boats. So it might behoove us to start looking into rifling. Although we're going to need all this stuff to get there anyway, and this, I think, can get us some extra food and growth. So I think we're going to need this first. But we're going to want to build 2 neighborhoods to trigger this. Sorry, just doing a little bit of long-term planning here. But okay. Oh.
Long-term planning in Civ.
I know. Wow. Crazy, right?
Why?
But before we can really start our, we've already declared war, so this war is happening. So there's no turning that off. But we're going to need some infrastructure, I think, to support this war, because we've got a handful of units, and we've got our trusty vampires, which literally chewed through Macedonia and just took them to task. We'll get this guy out of here soon, but
we also have that one group of settlers up north that I don't think we can really... Oh, yeah, we started this whole war to grab them.
Yes. Yeah, we stole this settler from another unit. We don't have anybody standing on it. This guy's out of moves, otherwise I'd put him on it. Actually, this is sounding a little loud to me. Hold on. But we've got that unit out there just kind of floating, and there's a very, very real chance that this, what is this kind of unit called? This courser here, I have a feeling he's going to have the speed to run in there and steal that guy, but he's not going to be able to move. So if this guy comes out and kills the courser, which it's a unit built to counter, it's an anti-cavalry unit, so this cavalry unit will be putting himself in a bad place to try and steal this. So we're really kind of luring him out just to execute him. Also, real quick, something that we've talked about, and I hadn't really been able to think of a reason. ACAD here, our friend, our steadfast buddy, we've talked about, yeah, we'll be friends with them for now, but eventually our big German ire will be coming for them since we have powers against city-states. I think we will never kill ACAD because their bonus is melee and anti-cavalry units attacks do full damage to city walls as long as we're friends with them. So we're actually getting a huge boost to our direct attacks on cities as long as us and ACAD are cool. So I think it's in our best interest to keep them alive and just pump them with resources so they can continuously give us boosts. All the other city-states, I looked through them, and while they do give boosts, none of them are anything we can't live without. But that seems like a really powerful feather in our cap, as long as ACAD is kept at our side. So, just wanted to throw that out there. Should war with them ever come up to be on the table. Also, thanks Duskbringer for the Prime sub.
Yeah, gotta love those Prime subs. Constant maintenance. We very much appreciate you giving your freebie to us. Mm-hmm.
And just as a reminder, it is September, and which will eventually, I can probably just stay Subtober, even though it's not really a Twitch thing. But hey, for every sub, you are entitled to title a new city, or should a unit get leveled up with 2 promotions, such as this one right here, you can name the unit, like we have the Eunuchs over here, who will also become musketmen once we have the required resource. But
we're also waiting on naming our 3rd vampire. Michael McDoesn't exist.
Yes, which I don't believe, have we unlocked our 3rd vampire yet?
I don't think we've gotten to that 3rd step in our society.
We have not. Okay, yeah. So perhaps our next governor point will go to that. But yeah, I think that's enough beating around the bush. Let's see what happens when we hit next turn. Yep, just as I thought, our unit was captured by Scythia. I should have been looking up there. Tamar thinks that they have the right to order
Give
us
me money.
around.
Just give it to me.
I say no thank you.
I think that's the first time we've gotten one of those just pay me stuff.
Yeah. Persia is mad. They denounce everything we stand for. Persia seeks only to distance itself from us and our ways, thus denouncing us because we have inflicted grievances on others. People are going to be really mad at us for eating Macedonia. Like that, I mean, to be fair...
Gosh, we've got 2 different gift subs.
Whoa!
It's a boy Connor giving gift subs to our community. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much, you guys.
We have Hero Wag with a 26-month resub. We have, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to pronounce this poorly. Ernicar 12 with the 40-month resub. I'm so sorry I did your username such a disservice, but thank you for 40 months of subish. Wow.
This is why I'm glad I've got you on the duty of catching people subbing, because I have a mental train wreck every time I try to read someone's name. All right, what happened here? Oh, so he denounced us. He has grievances with us. I see. Okay, Grand Columbia has declared war against the Taruga city state, one of our friends and allies, so we have 50 grievances against them. However, they're so mad at us for eating Macedonia, they still have more grievances against us, so we'll still be considered the aggressor, should we do anything. We have gathered the attention of Leonardo da Vinci has aligned himself with the Buddhist German vampires, which is going to make all of our workshops provide an extra culture, which cool shit. Workshops are something we're going to be building a lot of. So we're going to be having tons of extra culture up in this country. Here we are. Also, we've learned about steel.
I apologize if I'm quiet for people. I'm trying to look at chat, but that's making me look away from the mic.
Don't worry, you're doing stuff far more important. You are thanking the people who let us do these kinds of things. And I think that's very, very important and necessary. Fanghaven, where is that? Okay, sorry, getting a little off track here. So we're losing a lot of production. Well, I guess not really. It's only -1. But we really need to start looking into gathering amenities for our country, because our civilization, because as we go to war, that's just going to build a passive amenity problem. I don't know where I can really look at that specifically. But basically, we'll be losing amenities from being at war, and it's just called war weariness. It's built into it's built into humans, it turns out. They don't like it when they're constantly at war with people.
This was brought up by It's Your Boy Connor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm bringing it up because I feel like we've done it. We've played through the Remind DLC for Kingdom Hearts, didn't we?
Yes. I believe we did. I believe we streamed that.
Yeah, it was definitely a while ago.
Yes, that was.
We were able to use the office for it.
That was still back in the office days. But yes, I'm pretty sure we did a stream or two for that. Was there no stream?
No stream.
I could have sworn we did.
Me too. Maybe am I thinking of just someone completely different having played through the DLC? Kieran streamed it on his own.
I know I played it at home. Like I know I played it off stream, but then I feel like I came in to do a stream with it with like Tyler or someone. But or maybe
we couldn't get it to stream. We were intending to do it, but then it didn't.
There was a scheduled stream and then it fell through for due to technical stuff, like the tech stuff breaking. And then I think it just wasn't in the schedule after that, so we probably never got back to it. You know, that sounds like what probably happened, now that I think about it. Sorry about that. We should get to that at some point. Because I don't think Nick or Scott ever saw that.
The Great Acid wins shorts. Like 3 days ago, there was a short.
Yes, yeah, you just got one. Come on, you guys. You know, what we really need to start building are some workers, but we can't really do that right now. So let's get us some more military.
We also have Robo Dragon Lord with the 32-month resub asking how different Civ 6 is from Civ 5.
I would say it's pretty different. There are a lot of like, I don't know if mechanical is the word I want to say, but just a lot of stuff just a little different. But it all kind of adds up to make a very different feeling experience. We're going to take that settler right back from them, and we'll probably use it to settle where looks like a dust storm is happening right now. So their units within that cloud are taking passive damage if there are any. So nature, God himself is already swooping in, and Mother Nature is softening up Tamaris for us. So we can come in and take her down with a little issue. I think these ironclads will need coal to rebuild, which we have not gotten yet, which means we're going to need to purchase a builder in here. Can't afford it yet, so we'll come back when we can. Also, move you to in here, and you know what? We can build a builder in here in one turn, so we'll go ahead and spend this gold to upgrade you to a gun. Also important to note, though, if we have a unit inside a town, it actually makes them have a little bit more amenities. So this would have been a 0.
Because soldiers are great at handing out stuff.
Well, it's because I believe actually we might not have that. Okay, so we have retainers. You know, so as long as retainers are in the city, they're keeping the peace. People feel even if they're not necessarily happy, they feel a little less threatened so long as they've got some retainers around.
Or they're less likely to complain.
Or, you know,
We're the German vampire nation. I think they're less likely.
6 and 1, half a dozen. Look, the thing is, we're gonna show somewhat how living like the German Buddhist vampires. We're gonna show how history would treat them should they have happened. Because let's just say that this power. Let's just say that power comes at a cost, and it's going to eventually become apparent what that cost is as our civilization makes its way through time. But that'll come in our comeuppance. Let's just say is maybe waiting for us.
I think we're neglecting one important descriptor for our nation. What's our government type again?
Oh,
ain't getting no free stuff.
Yeah. No, you are not just getting silk and money. We oh, sorry. They're not a fan that we don't have much of a religion. Ooh, that's actually something I did want to bring up. The gift that keeps on giving. Good old Macedonia. Well, first let's see how our friends at Akkad are taking on this invasion. Looks like they're holding it off really well. Our government type, though, is we are a monarchy for now. But I'm not going to lie to you. If eventually the next step in monarchy, definitely we're leading down. Look, practice what we do as we say, not as we do here at Team 4-Star. Civilization, the video game, is in no way or shape a representation of things that actually work in real life. But let's go ahead and move our fascist pikemen up here and claim some land and take it away from the natives. How's that sound?
Well, Welsh93 with a 43-month resub asked what the national anthem of our nation is. I went ahead and just said party, party, party.
I could dig with that. I've got some Castlevania music playing back here.
That'd also work.
So, you know, Bloody Tears might just be the official theme.
Miserable piles of secrets.
Yeah. But I'm going to try and move our vampire up here. We've got some... Oh, yeah, that's right. I purposely built some roads to hopefully get people moving in here quicker. We're going to throw in this retainer in here just to make sure we keep the peace all the way out this side. Get these people building a little faster so we can start shoring up our own borders before we start taking on other people. Keep moving our strong units up to the front lines. Do they have any coastal cities? Would it be worth bringing a boat up here? I guess we could start putting pressure on Myriv if we swing a ironclad up this way. Hey, we've also got Giovanni de Medici instantly building markets and banks. So let's take a look. I have a feeling. Have you built? You haven't built either yet. Canehurst is going to get this guy. So we can immediately start setting up trade over there. Whoop. That'll give us access to more trade routes, which will let us just be able to fund and feed our nation a little better.
MSU Bill asks if you have any opinions on the Babylon and Gaul civs that are apparently being released soon.
I just looked at the Gaul stuff. I think that was shown off today. Looks really cool, honestly. They're kind of a defensive military civ that's built about turtling up, or that's built to turtle up and like just produce culture within their borders. So basically make you unable to be attacked, but you can take on threats that are assailing you. And eventually just convince people to visit you peacefully. Or wait, no, we actually do want this guy traveling up, now that I think about it, because it'll help us rip down walls even faster. But it looks really cool, and I think Babylon is a religious military, so they're kind of built for crusading, and they look pretty interesting as well. I've actually liked just about all the civs that they've added in these recent patches, and the mode we're playing on, the secret societies. Like, I think the vampires are a cool thing to add.
Thank you, Akaru 25 for the fresh sub. Welcome to the team.
Thank
and
you.
Also, Protoss 103. Thank you for the 40-month and 38-month streak resub.
Nice.
Protoss wanted to let you know, Grant, that they love, sorry, that's a wrong guess.
Mm-hmm.
Bad guess on me. Love how you best landing the old Civ streams.
Ah, thank you. I barely remember how we actually managed to pull that off, but it was really fun. How much?
I remember it was just all of you streaming on your own channels, and of course, chat was rife with Spies.
Yeah, and I think I did a come from behind victory with religion, which is still definitely doable. But I think the new come from behind victory in this game is diplomacy, which if we make it to late game, we might see that in action, because while we're conquering, we may actually end up getting diplomacy victories faster.
Well, at least she's offering to pay, but that's 13 iron. She's a lot of it, but
she's looking to buy iron. We do have a lot of it, and now that we're going to be turning our dudes from swordsmen into musketmen, we really won't be using iron as much. We've got knights, and like our cavalry units will still be using some iron, so we definitely don't want to get rid of all of it. But I actually think getting funding from her and just getting on better terms might be in our best interest. Let's see. Also, she's obsessed with buying luxuries. Let's see if she would. Well, I think we can accept this deal safely. So I'm going to go ahead and take it. But I'm also, once it wraps back around to our turn, I'm going to throw her a counter offer with some furs and silk and see if she likes those. Ooh, we have entered a golden era. That's going to give us some perks. So we've started producing faith. Oh, we actually don't have the option to get civilian units from faith anymore, so that's not a thing. Normally, our goal would be getting to arms, which would let us be able to declare war with fewer grievances, so it wouldn't make people as mad at us while we're doing it. This might be something worth looking into later, but for now, everyone's already pissed at us, and I think we're going to be going to war with Tomaris, and then people will be declaring war on us. I actually don't see us being the aggressors very soon. So I think our better choice would be one of these two.
It seems like we are going to need, like the Hansas we've been building up are doing pretty good, but getting more production can't hurt. So I'm thinking heartbeat of steam.
I would be okay with that. Getting even more production so we can crank out units and buildings even faster would certainly not be bad. Also, I don't know if we're really taking advantage of international trade routes, so we're not really going to be getting a big boost to the gold, and if we're trading within our own walls, we don't really have to worry about them getting plundered. So, yeah, I think Heartbeat of Steam is probably our better bet. We should probably look into international trades at some point soon. You were saying?
Who would want to trade with us, though?
Well, even if they're denouncing us, if we send trade routes to them, they can't refuse them. So like that's more for us. If we're building trade route things, we can just send that to them, and then they couldn't be pillaged. So they really can't turn down our trades until we're at war with them. But I still agree. I think Heartbeat of Steam would be the way to go. So we can go ahead and hop on that.
We see like 94. I guess this. I mean, this goes to the group as a whole. I can answer that, but Garant, I guess this would also go to you personally. Were we able to pre-order any console coming up, or are we waiting for release day? TFS as a group definitely didn't pre-order any.
Yeah, I don't think we got any for the office or anything, which maybe should have been something we talked about just to see, but I don't think we even
The way the PS5 release was handled, I don't think we were going to get our foot in the door.
I don't
Not
either.
To mention the fact that even if we were able to pre-order one, who knows when we'd be able to get it into the office and use it.
Exactly.
You know, we're all still working from home on our end. And then Blade Master wanted to let you know that they finished Tales of Vesperia.
Ooh.
I wanted to thank you for getting them into it.
Hope they liked it. It's one of my favorites. So we don't have coal yet, but I'm going to start building a coal power plant here just to up our production. Once it gets powered with coal, not only will it charge this city, the fun thing with power plants, they will eat a resource. So once we start mining coal, it will be taking 1 coal to run that every turn. But every city within 6 tiles of this city will benefit from its boost. So we don't want to be building factories in every city because that will just chew into our resources. But since we've got this city very centrally located in our civilization, it'll be sending power out to a lot of cities. So just wanted to give the thought process on that one. Can we buy? We can't buy a granary, unfortunately, but we could really use extra housing here. So we're gonna get it. All right, I think first up to bat is going to be Soloka. We'll be moving our guys up there. So we want to. Their city is too close, so we can't put a city on any of these red tiles. Do we want to go for a coastal route so we can start building up a trade place, or a more kind of central strategic location to churn units out of? Where would you personally lean?
Well, my thought is the only thing I know about this expansion is that sea levels are going to rise.
Sea levels will rise. That said, that is denoted by the little, can you see the little wave on that tile?
Oh, yeah, kind of.
Okay, so this tile will never, this tile over here will never flood. It does not have a wave on it anywhere. So if that's your fear, that is not a threat with that tile.
So I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
Even if we put it on the coast where it's safe, there's only like these horse tiles where it can get any real.
There is very little food. However, we are going to be taking down Isaac eventually, and they do have a nice farm right there that we could steal. And we can swap that to be a tile for this town with how close it is.
Actually, oh man.
And there's this little island over here that we could farm, as well as some fish. So
I almost wonder if we benefit in raising a few of Scythia's cities if we really go total war on them.
Okay, that is also possible. But that does make people even more mad at us.
Oh, really?
Yes, they do.
We need breathing room, guys.
True.
Germany needs breathing room.
We are definitely looking to get a little cramped here. I think I personally would probably settle the coast. Even though I do think the tiles around the horses are better overall. Having the coastal availability, I think, is good. But I could go either way. And since I've been making a lot of decisions, if you're feeling more strongly land-based, I would take it.
No, I'm thinking the coast is a better idea. I obviously we want to settle this thing ASAP, or else it might get snagged again and kind of lose the whole reason we started this war. But I definitely think having on the coast would be better long term.
All right.
Especially if it's going to get flooded.
Well, then let's start heading that way. We'll position this guy there just to keep him safe. You know what? I'm going to upgrade you and then set you to auto explorer in a second.
Jabberwocky also brings up a good point. We could maybe start some colonies on the Persian continent.
Very true. If we wanted to, piss off another neighbor and possibly start a war on another front, we could do that. I am very tempted to hop just something.
Yeah, there's some good stuff right on the edge of that.
Yeah, right this spot here. Because if we could take that, that would not only grab a lot of the land stuff, but also there's a lot of valuable ocean resources right next to it too. And it would just give us a foothold for when we do start taking the hammer to Tarsus at the very least, and Shari Kumis. I'm gonna try my best to pronounce these things and not be offensive about it. But if you know the actual pronunciations, please, by all means, post them in the chat. Also, there's something else fun I want to do, but I won't do that till a little later. But I want to make it a regular thing on these streams. Oh, what did we get? Oh, yes.
Oh, dear. So I've just been reminded that when we go live, the streaming message on the Twitch notifications still has the charity marathon stream attached.
Oh no, that is not what is going on.
If you came here expecting DBCA movies, we're sorry.
Very sorry. That is, yes.
I did not change the stream notification. That's on me.
This is a very, very different energy stream. Yes. Sorry about that.
Man, the worst part is I was typing that Friday afternoon. I'm like, if it's going to roll around to next week and I'm going to forget that I put this here. And lo and behold, I did.
You're like, what are the odds of that happening? All right. We got this builder. I'm going to go over here and start working feng shui a little bit. Meanwhile, we can get to work either chopping or harvesting these woods. What are we building in here? How many? You're not 6 tiles away, are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, you are just out of range of the coal plant that'll be being built in Ravenloft. So you could take your own, but just to power you alone, that might not be worth it. It would actually make more sense. I can eventually move Magnus over there, and I think he extends the range. That's what we'll do. Does this city have... It does have a lake. We could get an extra food and production, but that's not that much. There's a lot of coast here, so we're going to do a coastal thing. And it'll improve you. So we want to eventually get oil. Oil is behind refining, so we're going to take refining next.
Welsh 93. Vampires taking over the world is my favorite DBCA movie plot. Ours too.
Yeah. And you can... Hey, you know what? Let's just get that immediately. Oh, it only does 1. Never mind. I thought it was going to do more. How many amenities are you at? Okay, -1. That's still not too bad. What do you think? Should we bring this boat around to fight or send it off to explore? Because we have really not looked out at our oceans lately.
I mean, I feel like we could buy out a scout if we really wanted to do some exploration. If we have a combat unit, I think everything needs to be thrown at Scythia.
Okay, then we will start looping it around to head this way. Let's go ahead and found a city. Do we have any more names left over?
Let me double check, but I don't think we do. I think the last one we had on our list was Feng Shui.
Okay. Also, possible thing, just to throw this out there. We could settle one of these land tiles out here in the ocean, which would give us a little less real estate for districts initially, but it does give us access to a lot more food right off the bat. And we will eventually grow enough to fill up most of this land.
We will lose out on those horse tiles that are further inland, though.
We will probably miss out on these, but they will eventually get caught by Isaac and Sulka if we keep those.
Actually, it looks like they'd be out of range of both because it only goes 3 tiles out.
One, two. Oh, you're right, 3. So yeah, I was actually counting wrong. So yeah, this center horse here, we might lose out on, I guess. So okay, that's fair. Which 1, 2? Okay, yeah, that would get caught by this. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and settle here then. Whee! German Empire makes history. Berlin is the latest city in our sprawling empire, and other civilizations look on in awe.
Weird that they don't update the city thing. It still looks like we're using stone, like just
yeah,
mortar and sticks.
Hey, we're still figuring it out. We're gonna go ahead and put some suppressive fire on Saloka. All right, you can be upgraded.
Our general thing is to open the floor to subs for town names. Best Boy Minetta did just recently resubscribe for 45? Yes, 45 months. Telling us to piss off that neighbor. Oh, believe me, they're pissed.
Yeah, they are surely already quite upset.
Let's see here. A couple of names came in. Just trying to figure out who's first in time, first in right. While I keep looking for a correct name, what we've got a message for you, Grant.
Oh.
And Kieran plan on doing either the what is it? The Isle of Armor for Pokemon Shield.
For now,
some of it.
I played it on my own time. I haven't done any for our Nuzlocke file. We still had a little bit to go through at the very end of that game before some stuff all kind of collided, like as far as schedule wise. So that's still kind of in a weird holding position. So I don't exactly have a good answer for that yet.
Also, I imagine it would be kind of, I don't know if it's possible. It'd be difficult to, while we're all still working from home.
Oh yeah, remotely. Yeah. I would say remotely for now. I don't think there's really a good way for us to do it at all. But assuming we get back into the office, it's still kind of a question mark, I would say. So maybe. I'm gonna go ahead. We'll be getting rid of a resource here, but I'm gonna be building a canal here because that's going to give us yet another boost to our Hansa. So this Hansa is gonna be pumping out some serious production.
And oh no, the German vampires would lose out on their rice.
Yeah, which not that we aren't surrounded with rice.
I run across a name for Berlin here.
Okie dokie. What will we change Berlin to?
Sanguine Cisco. So just the word sanguine.
Is that doesn't have a Q, right?
Cisco, like the oil or fat.
So I don't know if you can.
Is that CIS or
GUINES?
Oh, okay. So delete that S after sanguine. It's supposed to be a C.
Oh, sanguine Cisco. I see.
Oh, geez, and we have been raided. I can tell by all the Chaz It Ups.
Whoa!
Kariba.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome, everyone.
You're in the midst of our hostile takeover of the planet by way of German Buddhist vampires.
Actually, you know what? Do we have... there must be a new unit we've upgraded twice since we've started this. Also, yes, that is spelled right.
Okay. And Sanguine Cisco joins the fray.
I think the German nation needs to chaz things up a bit.
Oh, are we chazzing things? Let's see. Do we have a unit that hasn't been named yet? This Karasser has 3 upgrades and is yet to be named.
All right. If it's a single unit, let's just call it Chaz.
This is Chaz.
Two Z's.
Oh, two Z's? My mistake.
Yeah, Chaz has.
Oh no!
two-
I can't rename.
Oh no! We are so sorry.
Oh,
We
this
are not
this is
up like we should.
this is not full Chaz. This is 3/4 Chaz.
I mean, I think if he gets promoted again, I think we can rename him.
Possibly. Also, we might make a corps or an army out of it, so it will be like a Chaz squadron.
Yeah, we apologize, chat. This is a fake Chaz. It's a cruel mockery of real Chaz.
Fake Chaz. Can we still not? Hold on. When do we learn how to combine units? Is that something we should have already learned? Something we could have learned from this? Because that would make very short work of all of this.
You Chaz it up, we're Chazzing it down.
Yeah, sorry, we chazzed in the wrong direction. We chazzed sideways on that move.
It's a Chaz poster.
How do we... You know what? It'd be faster if I looked up this way. Formations. What? Yeah, but what unlocks that? Dang it. Oh, well. I thought we just needed to have a military university or whatever, which we do have. But we still aren't being allowed to combine.
I am putting another name on the list, Vampire Town.
All right. Simple, but effective.
It is Castlevania music. Grant has a whole soundtrack playing in the background.
I know the Civilization music in particular gets claimed a lot, so I figured should these archives make their way up, because I haven't been putting up the archives honestly because that music always gets pulled down. But if I'm going to be doing a different soundtrack, I'll feel better putting this up. We will start working on a harbor here, and then we'll probably... I don't know if we're going to have a way to get really good boosts to a Hansa this way, but we could put a... What do you call it? A commercial tile there, and then a commercial district, and then our Hansa there, and that'll get a big boost from neighbor and all that stuff. Basically, our cities are now being built around where does the Hansa go and what goes around that. Can we buy anything that would really help here? Can we afford another builder? Yes, we can. We'll do that.
Kicker, thank you for the 17-month Prime resub.
Thank you. Need nationalism civic for corps. Thank you. Or cores. I never know how to say the plural.
It's core.
Okay.
Just core. I know that. I made a mistake. Oh no, it's a meteor shower.
That's a good thing for us, actually.
But what is it?
So
More. They may come and then cities.
It is a perhaps a hint at things that could happen in the future. However, right now this is just alien technology, and if we discover it, we will receive a free unit.
Straight from Alpha Centauri.
It's just
the games it doesn't talk about anymore.
The galaxy is sending its aid to the Germans.
That must mean we're right.
Exactly. Yeah, this is divine. Clearly. Okay, we could be getting more luxuries over here, which would make, if not our towns feel better, it would make people willing to trade with us. Tricadia doesn't need food as much as Sanguine Cisco now needs it. Lugosi, what are you looking at amenities wise? If you leave, you'll be producing way worse, so you just stick around. We don't really need you right now. I think we can handle the war front with what we have and faith.
Blaster Master guy, it doesn't seem like Soothsayers have made their way around our area since we took down Alexander and took over Jerusalem.
We could develop our own soothsayers should we want to spice this war up with a little bit more natural disaster. My only problem with that, because while that is a fun way to do it, I don't see any cities located precariously close to a volcano outside of our own. But that will immediately pillage everything around whatever the natural disaster occurs, and that's our vampire's main way to heal itself, because they get health back for pillaging. So I think I'm actually going to hold off on causing any natural disasters in their territory. We could, if we wanted to be really, really crazy, cause natural disasters in our own territory. Also, I forgot we had that niter down there. That's what I wanted to build these builders for. We could set off natural disasters in our own territory, which temporarily destroys them, but gives them a permanent buff for when we build them back up. But that's some long-term hurting yourself to make yourself feel better strategizing, which we could do.
So what's the good phrase for that? Cutting off the nose to help the face?
I guess. Ooh, we got some barbarians out here, so that's what that boat's gonna be doing. This city could use some more food. Shipyards will help that. And you know what? Let's start building some entertainment districts and get our country feeling better. Get everybody just a little happier. Keep our faith gain growing so that we don't have to worry about purchasing units with it in the future. Go ahead and set you up with some more culture. Thomas is our...
Interesting reference, yeah. The chat's bringing up that we'd be treating the towns like Saiyans. Beating them up to the point of death, only for them to come back stronger.
That would be true. We'll get some extra gold flowing. How expensive would this tile be? Not worth it. And would we want to swap any of these? We haven't upgraded anyone in a little bit, but we're going to be getting niter soon, so we will be able to do that soon. Probably not within 4 turns, though, so we could change that to something better. Get us a little bit more gold in the short term, and... Okay, we've already got the thing going towards harbors, so I think that's good for now.
Still not fascist yet, chat.
We're getting there. We've only got, let's see, how long is the road to fascism from monarchy? Not that we're it's just starting monarchy. We've been a monarchy for a little bit.
Nationalism? That's not it.
It's not.
Seems like nationalism would give us fascism.
Nationalism leads to fascism, I believe, but it is not where fascism lives. Fascism lives, yeah, way down here in totalitarianism, which we still have to figure out. You know, first we have to become nationalists, then we have to urbanize, then we have to figure out mass media, start telling everybody it's fake news, start giving them some capitalism, make them feel like they need some money, and give them an ideology to feel like our country is the best and no country could ever challenge it. And then we become fascists. Do you see?
And that's how the road to fascism is paved.
Do you see the road we lay out here? The street we're giving you, the blueprints, if you will, to certainly nothing that sounds anything like reality or any sort of real history or anything. Anyway, it's turns keep on turning.
Quick question: are any of the ironclads able to be renamed?
Ooh, this one can be.
Because actually, MSU Bill sent us wanted it to call it the Prince Eugen. So PRINZ.
Prinz.
And then EUGEN. Oh, two words.
Oh.
It's Prince Eugen.
So EUGEN?
Correct.
Prince Eugen. I will definitely forget how to pronounce that before the end of this stream. I will call that Prince Eugen before this is done. I guarantee it, and that will not be on purpose.
I was about to tell you, you can spell it like Eugene, but take off the last E.
I feel like I think I imagine an I in Eugene, but maybe I'm wrong. I have not looked at the name Eugene in a long time.
Eugene with an I in it.
Okay, well, then I could be definitely mistaken.
No. Small point of order. Haven't seen that many Eugenes out in the wild.
Fair enough. Oh, I forgot we're bringing in this great general, so he's going to be making everybody stronger around him, too. Because he, what's his passive ability? +5 combat strength and 1 movement to medieval and Renaissance land units. Oh, okay, so hold on. These guys are, I think, all beyond that now, so he might actually not be given any buffs, so he might be worth just trading in once we conquer this city, just to immediately give it some loyalty. A spy just got away from us. That's what that sound means. Enemy spy of an unknown civ has eluded capture and escaped our city of Fanghaven. So that means we need to start. Oh, no. We need to start defending Fanghaven from spies. It is our capital, after all. I guess I should have figured.
Vampires, espionage. That won't do it all.
Once this coal power plant's done, Governor Victor will be able to give a free upgrade to our whatever units we build there. So that's where we'll pump out spies. We're going to move our bombard up so we can start shooting Isaac, since it's the one with the walls. Soko is probably going to fall just to a vampire bite, honestly. Soloka, sorry. Soloka me crazy. I don't know how to... You get the joke. It's Soloko. We'll send this courser... we will send the Chaz, not quite full Chaz, in there to... start tearing up the place while Hell's flaming shafts throws some suppressive fire on Soloka. Oh wait, hold on. We could rename this bombard if anyone's got a name for something that would be a siege unit.
There have been a few names running across. It feels wrong to try and fix our Chaz mistake by renaming a totally different unit.
I would agree. That's a band-aid where we need a more than Band-Aid.
You know what? Talon of the Dragon gave us a few names, and I like one of them.
So the rest of them were terrible.
No, they,
no, I get
Doomburg, Grand Acropolis, some of these were city names, and obviously wouldn't
wouldn't, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Named after the ancient vampires that Buffy the Vampire Slayer fights in the final season, Turok-Han.
Turok-Han?
Yeah, it's like Turok, like the game, dash Han, like Han Solo.
Oh wait, that's the wrong one. And is it a space or all one?
It's Turok and then dash Han. No space.
Turok dash, okay. Turok-Han!
That's correct. Our Chaz is earning his full Chaziness.
Yeah, Chaz will go forth and pillage while Turok-Han will lay down some fire. Strahd is going to come in and eat Soloka and then probably make his way over to Isaac. And then we will begin our conquest of Scythia. We're going to get this in here just so our banks and shipyards can start giving us some money. I don't think we will have enough envoys to oust Tomaris as the suzerain for Muscat. So I'm not even going to bother filling that up. This will give us a little bit more science each turn. We still have not gotten our Niter mines online yet. So all of these warriors just get to hang, and swordsmen just get to hang out while they are outclassed by the other military units in the battles. Instead of that, how about you clear this? We have constructed the Great Lighthouse. All of our ships can now move a little faster.
Just a few thousand years out of date.
Hey, don't worry about it. Yeah, it's fine. All right, and we will look into the consulate so we can get our enemy spies working a little less good against us. And we will finish this railroad that goes all the way to Coagulville, so when we pull builders out of Coagulville, they can have a faster path to the rest of our civilization. We've met a city-state. Something happened there. What was that? Weird. I don't know why this unit moved. I don't remember you moving him.
Oh, well, we were going to get...
Oh, we got the military. We got the free unit. That's right. Where did that end up? What was that? No. Oh, it showed up here. I see. It was another courser or cuirassier. Okay, hold on.
Ask why in the meteor, right? But it's here now.
Yeah, we found that. Wait. Okay, we killed it. But there is a different unit called a courser, and this is a I don't know how to say that. Cuirassier? Cuirassier?
This isn't a unique unit for the Germans, so I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Let's take a look-see and learn about it. So here's what I want to do on these streams. If it is something that I know nothing about, this is a video game that I should have played in school, and I'm mad it's not pushed as an educational game, because this game is one of my favorites. I play it all the time on my own time. Imagine if something like this was in the computer lab, and hey, if you want to reason and excuse teachers, let's learn together, chat, what a cuirassier is. Ahem. This was a gunpowder.
Oh, wow. The pronunciation on Google is not helpful at all.
Great.
Hold on.
Please let me hear it. Cuirassier? Cuirassier. Oh boy. All right, so our fascist vampires using their cuirassiers are moving in because as gunpowder weapons became more reliable and portable, the fully armored knights on horseback became something of an anachronism, it being difficult to justify the immense cost of full armor and the course of chivalric instruction of a nobleman when he could be ignominiously smitten by a peasant with a matchlock and 3 days of training. Okay, so in other words, it's silly to train up a knight and give him a life of chivalry when he's going to be outmatched with a dude with a gun. It's basically where
about bringing a knight to a gunfight.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what gave rise to the cuirassiers. Military theorists looked for other ways to provide the shock of the cavalry charge in battle, and in doing so, they created the basis of the cuirassier. A cuirass is the armor plate that protects the chest. Although by early and modern period, these were the perfect protection against firearms and still provided a measure of protection and especially psychological protection to the rider. So they basically got light armor to ride around on their horses, provide an attack at greater range than their lances. So they had guns instead of spears, so they could shoot from farther, attack deep formations, allowing for the rank and fire of their enemies. Over time, this rolling fire was refined into a more general volley at close quarters, so they basically became shotguns on horses. And the cuirassier became the next evolution of heavy cavalry in the army. I wish it gave us more historical context for exactly where it was used. Like, is this like a, something that was primarily used in the West versus the East? But
that really seems like that. I mean, I do not know the etymology of it, but that seems like a European invention.
It does. But lo, the cuirassier, now we know what it is and what it's about and where it came from. Thank you, history.
I'm interested, because it's named after the breastplate that protected the man on horseback, but it still seems like a bullet was going to do a whole lot of damage to the horse. So.
Yeah, but maybe their thought was just like, hey, a horse can probably take... Well, maybe it can't take more than one bullet.
I mean, in the days when it was still just metal pellets, I would see a horse probably taking a few of them without lasting injury.
Yeah, so maybe it was just one of those things.
If we got guns that can shoot through tank armor, it's like the horse is just as screwed as the human.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. French, Polish, and some German, and some principalities in the Holy Roman Empire. So
okay.
You ended up kind of Central European invention.
So hey, German vampires, perfectly in line for them to use a cuirassier. But okay, Sweden. She's Sweden. Sweden wants our tea and silk for 3 gold. No, thank you. That's
especially for 30 turns.
And
she looks so indignant.
Yeah, that is
How could you refuse that?
I understand that you don't like us and you want to give us a raw deal, but I'm not just gonna take it. Purchasing military types plus 100%. Okay. It'd be dope if we could buy our faith things for even less faith. Faster growth, less loyalty. Hey, you know what? It'd be cool if Tomarus had that, so her cities would just become loyal to us instead of us having to kill them all the way. And you know what? Nobel Peace Prize, go for it. Why not?
We voted for ourselves, of course. Oh hey,
we made the mausoleum. Thank you, Sean Bean.
Gonna like this part in the history books. And then the Germans just started to build a whole bunch of stone buildings.
Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to turn that to outside.
Concrete.
All right. Hey, we get score for getting great writers, artists, and musician points. We don't really have very many culture squares, so I don't think we're gonna win that. Now that I think about it, we should probably start pumping out more culture, though. That would get us some better military stuff in the short term. If we finish this coal mine, that'll make us go a little faster. Oops. Okay, I feel like I said... Oh, yeah, we need spies now. Oh, we can't construct spies yet. We don't know how to do that. So, no spies here yet.
You haven't invented sneaking yet. No spies for you.
It cannot be done. I don't think we're going to go for any wonders here. So instead, let's get ourselves a privateer so we can start pillaging stuff on the seas. Meanwhile, you will get more production, and then we will turn that production into money soon.
So, yeah, I think it's fair to say our vampires aren't sneaky when we've had them just run through cities, destroying them.
Basically, we really have not been putting a ton of effort in preventing that. Okay, I think what we're going to do here, let's see. I don't want to put it on that mountain, so I'll probably put it here. Let me just walk you through how I would set up a city. So, our Hansa is going to get a big boost from aqueducts, canals, dams, and commercial districts. Also a decent one from, I think, being next to the city. Actually, no, it doesn't look like it does get that. But if we put a aqueduct here, and then we put the Hansa here, and then we put the commercial hub here. The commercial hub will be getting a big boost because it's next to a river. That's a bonus it gets. It also gets a bonus for being next to a resource. Actually, I think it needs to be 2 resources. So might not be getting a bonus from that. But this little triangle here is going to... Everything will be benefiting each other than the aqueduct, which kind of just benefits the town. But we'll be getting a bunch of boosts. Ooh, actually, you know what? It might be smarter... Never mind. It would be the same. I was going to say it might be smarter to swap these, but... the boost it gets from the city center would equate the boost from the river, so it doesn't matter. But hey, that all together is going to come together very nicely. This city, though, is already starting to suffer from amenity loss, so we're definitely going to need... Actually, I think if we get the T online, that'll cover for that. So that's what we're looking to do. But I think just to get the housing in here and stuff, I think we're going to kick off... Actually, the Hansa would be built faster, so let's go ahead and just build the Hansa first. Oops. There we go. Anyway, that way you can sort of see how these things can all stack and make things way, way stronger, way, way faster. Let's move him up here. Our cuirassier that we found in space will go ahead and head up to get some pillaging out of the way. Move you back in here so you can start giving this place amenities again, because it needs a retainer. And we'll keep killing these barbarians at our beaches. And with the stealth of a hammer, our vampire will make his way to Saloka. We should drop our first town in the next turn. Also, bang, bang. Isaac. Grab us some faith. Blow up that boat. Stood no chance against our ironclad. However, our ironclad is taking damage. We might want to swing it back around to Sanguine Cisco. Can we afford any stuff in here? Yes, we can. Only that, though.
You know, I just finally got the San Francisco reference when you said that all together.
Oh, really? I thought it was pretty obvious from the.
I just saw Sanguine, and then I kept thinking Cisco, like the communications company. I never put them together.
Didn't quite think of San Fran.
Cisco. I know what Cisco's been doing and how evil they are, so I just thought, oh, it's a reference to the company, not
San okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Which, you know, that totally works.
Yeah.
And honestly, a lot better than my kind of capitalist vampirism joke. So,
hey, well, what's his name? Something Bolivar. Simon Bolivar, while still not a fan of us, is admitting that we do know how to upgrade our units properly, and he likes that.
I don't like those vampires, but they run a tight ship.
Yeah, they know how to lead an army, though. Good leaders, bad blood drinkers.
As long as they aren't drinking my blood, they're okay people.
All I'm saying, those vampires aren't politicians, but they're saying what we're all thinking.
Oh, Taruga got hit by a mega colossal eruption.
Big ol' volcano going off. Right down here. But Taruga, I believe, is someone we're, well, not necessarily at war with. Oh wait, no, we are there. We are their friend. They're just at war with Tamaris, not actually allied with us. Let's get some better. Actually, you need amenities, but we can't build anything that'll give you amenities right now.
Laura just wanted to say hi and hope you're doing well, Grant.
Thank you. I am doing quite well. Already got that privateer unit. Let's go ahead and build. What's the queers here versus? You know, it does a bit more, so I guess go for that. Start sailing you out. You'll also get gold from coastal raids. All right, so we're gonna start basically crafting a little bit of a pirate crew just to harass the land along the sea, so if they build anything, we can just go ahead and swipe it, or if they have like a builder or a settler hanging out on one of these, we'll just be able to take it from the ocean if our privateer is in the area.
Careful now, we're straying into Warhammer territory with that kind of talk.
Hey man, if we're gonna be a military civ, we are going to go to war and we're gonna do it right.
Oh no, I just mean with the vampire pirates.
Oh, vampirates?
Yeah, there's a whole faction of that in the Total War game they put out.
I didn't know that. This thing requires Niter to be upgraded, so we can't do that yet. We can name it, though. I did forget about that. So we have a ship that will be a long-range ship if we have a name for that, if any sub would like to come up with something. But it won't be doing anything for now. It'll just be hanging out.
Any naval-themed names?
Well, you can be sure to keep those in mind if you plan to sub. Also, Town of the Dragon, thank you for the 100 bits.
Yeah, we got a Gwydion Knight asking, have you guys ever considered streaming RimWorld? I don't have it. I've always been interested in it, but never kind of got into it. Those kind of build your own town survival games are kind of hit or miss with me.
Don't think I know it. I don't think I know it, so I have no input.
It has been sitting around for quite a while. I think it was in early access for a long time, and now it's just become one of those games that's constantly updated. I think the essential premise is you're a group of people that have crash landed on this world, and you need to essentially start to survive and then thrive.
Okay. I could see that being fun. All right. This city is under our thrall. We'll go ahead and...
Oh my gosh, you know what? A sub hasn't pointed it out, but some people have talked about it. What was the name of the boat from TFS at the table, the first one? Ugh, man, it's been so long, but I remember.
I'm remembering the name of our dwarf friend and not the name of the ship. I'm remembering Gulfrick or whatever.
Yeldon. It was the
Yeldon. The Yeldon. Okay. Yeah, we could call one of these the Yeldon. The privateer would be the Yeldon. We need it to get upgraded because this is going to be essentially a pirate thing, and it's going to be kind of sailing and stealing and going on more questy stuff. These other ones are going to be much more direct combat. Okay, we've got Saloka, though they are already very quickly trying to turn around on us. It's not the worst thing in the world if they go independent, because we can just circle back around and conquer them, because these guys don't really have a lot of cities for us to fight through. And once there is no more Scythia for them to turn back to, they will just start taking having loyalty with us. We'll be healing ourselves soon enough. Might as well. I want to keep the amenities here, so we'll let you stay. You can't be upgraded until we have Niter. Speaking of, go ahead and start getting that within our borders into our network. We do have some faith if we want to purchase a unit. You know what? We should have someone exploring. I don't know if we've got many scouts left, so we'll get an upgraded scout going. I really need to be keeping the camera focused on the action when I end my turn. I keep thinking it's just going to pull it over there automatically. Whew! All right, they're starting to produce units now. They're not having it. Oh, already wants peace, huh?
Wait, they're offering a city. Oh,
well, it's the city we've already taken. They're basically saying we'll let you keep it.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know they still had some sense of ownership.
Yeah, because they are allowed to they are allowed to refuse peace until we give them back a city. And they're like, hey, we won't even fight you for it. You can take it. We've completed the Colosseum, which I believe by default gives every city in our empire some more amenities, which is very good, because that's something that just by default they're going to be losing.
Don't ask how.
It's, you know, we worked on it, but hey, Colosseum, we got it now. Thanks, Lugosi. And now, as you can see, the surrounding cities, other than this one, which had a -2 deficit earlier, they aren't even mad that we conquered them. And that happened like 100 years ago. And the zoo will just make people even happier. But we can finish our commercial district first, which would make our Hansa grow a lot faster. And we'll get this privateer out here, primarily to kill off this camp, so we don't have to send a land unit to do it. Get these ironclads healing up. And we're still not losing coal, even though we're using it in, I think, already at least one coal factory.
Blue Shirt brings up that we probably have more conquered cities than founded cities in our empire, and I think that's right.
I'm pretty sure at this point we definitely do.
Especially if you count the ones founded by settlers we stole.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move this vampire out of here. We will still want to replace him pretty quickly, though, just to make sure we get structure back in here. We'll also move you over here. I want you to pillage this. Because basically, well, the name of the game is going to be our horse, our cavalry goes through, pillages some key places. Our vampire goes through to kill cities and pillage farms to get health back. And then our vampire also has the ability to just rebuild things. So once we're done with war, the vampire then just gets to go back and fix everything for free. It's kind of a nice little economy of destruction that we're setting ourselves up with. Get you moving. You can move faster on hills, and then we'll just send you off to explore the next turn. Keep this railroad going. Ooh, I didn't realize we got one of these. Forms an armada of a naval unit. Hold up. Where's our pirate? Where's the Yeldon? All right. We're going to turn you into an armada shortly. You keep an eye on these barbarians. Make sure they aren't doing anything. And you go to sleep for now. Until we get that Niter, which we'll get even more of a turn.
Town of the Dragon, how many countries remain? It looks like, aside from us, 6. There
Yes,
were originally 8.
I believe we have met everybody.
Yes, I think the one that eluded us for the longest time was Sweden.
Hey, the vampires just reached the Enlightenment. Also,
Maybe we shouldn't massacre people in the streets.
a fire has started in Lugosi. We'll deal with that when we can. Sahoka's losing loyalty. I am not surprised. Also, I forgot to replace a unit in there. Let me go ahead and just put a field cannon in there who can just hang out and watch it over. Make sure nobody crosses it.
Pazirik doesn't have a wall either, it looks like.
It does not, and that's making me wonder. Do we want this vampire to come up here and make quick work of Pokrova? Or we could just immediately, I would say it would take maybe 2-3 turns at most to take Pazirk. And we could just deal with this quarter and then know we could focus all efforts in this direction.
So the other target is their capital, so they're all starting to lose loyalty after we take it. But
that's true.
It will take longer.
It will take longer, and if both of these cities are ours, they will get a significantly smaller loyalty debuff. Because the reason this is getting hit so hard with loyalty is it is neighboring 2 cities that we don't own. If it was neighboring a city we also owned, it would stop losing loyalty so fast.
The strategic mind thinks it's better to whittle away at the surroundings than go for the jugular, but we're vampires. I say go for its fucking throat.
All right. Well, then, if that's the case, we'll go ahead and let Strahd make his way up to Pokrova. Pokrova. I'm saying it as wrong as I can on accident.
Pokrova is pretty close.
Yeah.
Pokrova.
I kind of, even though
I like Jealous right next door.
I'm pretty jealous of it. Go ahead and get some help back. This thing is starting to hurt, but I think it can survive at least another attack. And you start heading up here. Go ahead and get you defending against ranged attacks better, so when they're shooting at you, it doesn't hurt. Yet another. We've got so many Hanses. We are producing great engineers everywhere. All right, what's this guy? This guy can help us put a ton of production towards a wonder. Do we have a wonder being built in any cities? We have the Angkor Wat being built here.
May
but
not. Maybe we.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we want to have San Francisco try to build Alhambra if that's still available.
What? We could get Alhambra in here. Provides defensive
there
as
would
fort.
be a lot of desert tiles in that thing's reach.
Oh, are you thinking the Petra, the thing that makes all desert tiles
Petra.
better?
Yeah.
We could build it in Sanguine Cisco, or we could build it in Saloka when we take it, which is like all desert. So do we want to save him and build it in there?
I think that's the best call.
All right.
I think Petra would help either of those cities really come into their own.
Okay, then what we'll do is we will just move him to... Actually, the closest would be Gothic. And when the time comes, we will cart him up there, and that will be like one of the first things we build in Saloka. That way, all of those tiles start making that city better. I like that idea a lot. All right, this ranger, we were just going to send him to free explore. He'll do whatever he wants. Just let us know more about the map. And we'll get a road going here. All right, and we want to turn...
Oh, Colonel the Dragon asking, when are we going to do more Among Us? Actually, this Thursday.
Yeah.
We're still checking to see if everyone will still be available, but it looks like most people that played last week will be playing again.
So we've made an armada out of that, which is already... this has me a little alarmed that we might be behind other people. I guess, what is our culture? Our culture's 100. We've got 125 and 101. So we are being outpaced by a couple people. But if we're already getting people who are letting us turn things into armadas, that makes me think that out there is someone who already knows how to just do that. Where could we put the Panama Canal? Ooh! Okay. Interesting possibility here. We could set up the Panama Canal, which would eat up not only the tile that's highlighted, but the tile to its left. But it would make a pathway so ships could go straight out of Ravenloft into open ocean. We would not have to circle around Coagulaville anymore, which I think might be worth it.
Yeah.
Because that's only going to take 5 turns to build. And it's a wonder, so it's going to give us a good score just for having it. Honestly, it's a shame that we've already set up our Hansa over here. Well, I guess it already had an aqueduct and the financial district there, so you know what? Whatever. It's in a good spot. Which Ravenloft is wherever this is. Let's get Ravenloft some food. Hopefully that'll get its population up, and then it could possibly build its own entertainment district so it doesn't have to siphon off of others.
Yeah, we can call it the Fanghaven Canal.
Yeah. I like it.
And Jacato X, thank you for the 44 months of Prime subbage.
Jacato! Thank you.
Time really flies, but we do keep moving forward. Oh boy, is that right. Still keep up the great work, guys, and continuing towards the complete vampire civilization victory.
We're doing the best we can. It's really looking like this place is going to fall soon, though, so... Oh, we can construct spies now! I want them to make the shipyard. Then Ravenloft will start building spies. I doubt we're going to finish anything before this place falls, but let's set it up with an aqueduct since it's...
Town of the Dragon, always bring up my worst memory of Among Us when... I talked about this during the stream, but Grant, you may enjoy the long form of the story. So it was right, it was the... round Nick loves talking about where he killed everybody.
Okay. I didn't know he's been talking about it. That's great.
Yeah. So during that round, after I got jettisoned, I was so sure it was Scott. Like the placement seemed perfect. I know he was dying to play the imposter, but there was a brief moment where after I had died, I was thinking, oh, okay, someone will call the emergency meeting and then Scott will be kicked out. And I turned to look at chat because there were a lot of people in chat, a lot of viewers that night, and I wanted to make sure chat was behaving.
Oh no!
And in that intervening time where it took me to look to my right, read chat, and then look back at my screen, Nick had popped out, gone over to Taka, killed him, and then popped back in the vent. And it was in such a way that by the time I looked back to my screen, I only saw Taka's dead body, even though anyone watching my perspective could have seen Nick do the whole thing.
I see.
So for the next minute and a half, probably up to 2 minutes, I don't even know, I'm just stalking Scott, waiting for him to make the next kill.
Because you're so sure.
I see. And that was the kill that ended the game. I just laughed so loud.
Okay, so I'm having a little bit of a crisis here, so let me know what you think would be better. So, as we know, Hansa gets a big boost from being surrounded by both the commercial district and aqueducts. This is, as far as I can tell, the most efficient formation for that. However, this does not give us food, which is something this city will desperately need. We'll also be getting rid of a stone resource, which is something we could really be using. And it has a quarry on it already. And these 3 tiles in here could make a farm triangle, which would really give us a lot of food and housing in the short term. But that literally eats up all the space we need for these 3 projects. I've just realized you can't see my mouse, so you don't know me pointing at individual spots, but you can...
I finally can.
Oh, huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I don't know what changed, but I can actually see your cursor.
Interesting.
Mention that.
Huh. I wonder if instead of capturing a window, I told it to capture a specific application, and since it kind of codifies the mouse for Civ, I wonder if it actually started showing it to you now. But anyway, but yeah, these are the tiles I'm mostly concerned with, and if we made a good triangle here for farms, that would, because farms get a huge boost if they are neighbored by 2 other farms. So if we could make all 3 of those...
Are we factoring in the fact that we're putting Petra in this city later?
That is true. That will solve a lot of our food issues.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? You might be right. So you know what? I guess that does probably counterbalance the thing that I'm concerned with. So, okay, we'll run with that for now. And if that's the case, then I think we'll just start... Actually, we won't start the Hansa since that's on our only farm right now.
Oh, and we forgot to rename Solaka.
We did. If people have a name, please.
Yes, I believe going in the list, this one is Vampire Town.
Vampire Town. Any spaces there? Is it Vampire Space Town? That makes more sense to me.
Yes, Vampire Space Town.
I can't wait for Vampire Town
would be a southern name.
I can't wait for Vampire Town to become a free state against the Vampire Nation. And you know what? F it. We'll start with the Hansa. It's the lowest production out of all of them. All right, I'm gonna keep this guy just watching this barbarian camp so they don't put out any ships. I wish I could tell him to be alert, but that the stationed barbarian there counts. Let's get this place growing a little faster. All right, we should now be able to refine or not? Or did we just get that? Is that what we just made? We did, so we can now see oil. Hold on. Do we have any oil? We didn't get an update for oil being within our borders, which means we're gonna have to conquer someone else for their oil. Ooh,
oh,
I know we
totally out of character for us.
I know we were talking about not making a town out here since it's all desert, and we are planning on moving the Petra over here, but there is some oil in that there desert. And
oh boy, there is. Well, here's the thing. At least one of those tiles can be gobbled up by a mosquito.
True. Keto could definitely at least catch that. And you know what? Hey, well,
Wallachia can get the other one.
Wallachia gets the other one. So you know what? Well, yeah, Wallachia. So you know what? Fair enough. We don't need to settle out there. Also, I did put out here just later for a possible defensive position. We could build a fort and vampire castle if we wanted, right there. Which we haven't.
I'm sure, I would love that.
Which, speaking of, we have not, to my knowledge, I don't believe we have used any of our build a vampire castle charge yet. Which those can go in any square within our territory or neutral territory. So as long as it doesn't belong to someone else, we can claim it. But something I didn't know until I looked it up recently, the castle will send whatever yield the tile it's on and the surrounding tiles, and will send that to the capital.
Oh.
Or the capital.
That is interesting.
So if we were to put it in the desert, it would be getting nothing. So I probably wouldn't make that a vampire castle. But if we, end up coming over, to one of these areas out here with our vampires, like as we're conquering or something, and for whatever reason we're like, we can't get a city out there, but those are some really good yields right there, we can just put a vampire castle on it. But anyway, Let's go ahead.
Crazy Jimmy and Stidu. I want to say Stidu. Thank you for your subs, and thank you, Crazy Jimmy, for the 2-year resub.
Thank you very
24
much.
Someone actually just pointed out that there's oil also in the north around the Scythian cities.
Oh, is it? Oh, yes, we've got some
Quite
snow.
a lot.
We've got some Arctic oil up here. So yeah, we could definitely build just like one big city out here to kind of like centrally eat all of this oil and then ship it to our war machine that springs to life, opening up one eager eye and focusing it on the sky as 99 red balloons go by. But
99 Luftballons.
I
It's
have
a German song.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, that's part of why I brought it up. Also, I really like that song, and a podcast I was listening to was discussing it recently, and all three of the hosts were surprised to learn it was about like war, which I feel like is incredibly obvious if you listen to it at all. Like I learned and loved that song as an elementary school student, and was like, oh, okay, this is about people being incredibly paranoid and jumping to conclusions and going to war immediately. And like all three of the podcast hosts were like, wow, I've been listening to this song since I was a kid and I had no idea that's what it was about. I'm like, were you listening to it at all? A mega colossal eruption killed a unit, but that doesn't look like it's anywhere near where any of our units are, so I don't think that's us. But Taruga is not being treated very well, and I know they're at war with 2 different civilizations. Very real chance we will be losing them.
You know, your story reminded me of when my mom listened to the Decemberists a few times, usually when I was playing it. So there is a song in there, the Rake song, that talks about a guy who got in a relationship and had some kids, and then grew wanderlusty and killed all his kids. So she just liked the beat, and then I just started singing the lyrics out loud.
She's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, it's like, what? The guy just says, I'm feeding them like foxglove. I drowned this kid in the bath. I beat the other one to death. It's like it's not hidden in the lyrics. Like, she just thought it was a catchy tune.
They aren't hiding it. Come on. Get these stock exchanges up and running. Get these zoos pumping out some amenities to their neighboring cities. Feng Shui could get the Hansa in there right now if we wanted, which I do want it, but first we're gonna actually wait a turn. Actually, how long would it take me to build a builder in here? It's just 3 turns. Not fast enough. We're going to actually buy a granary first. So you know what? Maybe we will take the time to just build a builder. But I want to clear out this wheat first, which will give us a big food boost to get the population up, and then we'll put in the Hansa. Volcano Ohio, ironically, one of our few cities not positioned next to a volcano. What will you be making next?
The lucky ones.
Yeah. The fortunate few, we call them. Oops. We can go ahead and get rid of that tag because we will go ahead and put that right there. Oops. Can we? All right. I believe we're going to take Isaac this turn. So yeah, our units would be taking a lot more damage if we weren't friends with ACAD right now. But since it's treating it like it's another unit and not a city, bada boom! We'll go ahead and vaporize that boat there. You'll lock down here. We will go ahead and keep Isaac if we would like to rename it. Chat, let me know.
few came through. Jacato actually gave one, and his was tied to a sub message. I think I'm going to jump to him.
Okie doke.
Let me double check the name. Pivotal City.
Pivotal City.
Yeah, 2 words.
Is it OL or AL for pivotal? I haven't spelled the word pivotal in a long time. Okay, Pivotal City. We're down in Pivotal City. That's the German anthem. Now you know. Canehurst.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of the wrong place. It was PIVOTAL.
Pivot. Oh, shoot. Well.
Yeah, the O is where the second I should be.
We can rename. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a unit.
Pivotal. There we go. Sorry about that. I have not had to think of something pivotal in a while.
Luckily, this city doesn't have to chaz it up.
Yeah. Get our vampires in here to repair this stuff, as well as builders, which they've already left us some, luckily. Do we want him giving amenities or going to war? Honestly, those guys have been handling it just fine. Although we will be going to more dangerous territory soon. Okay, so Vampire Town. Vampire Town was the one we were going to make the... Hold on, that's right. We were going to make the thing first, the Petra. Let's go ahead and put the Petra over here. We will warp you to Vampire Town. Which, oh no, hold on. How many turns till Vampire turns against us? Because if it's going to turn against us, that was a bad move. 3 turns.
That should be enough time. It just needs one more turn for him to walk over.
Well, it's not going to... It doesn't insta-build it. It gives it... I won't show the number, but it gives it a number of production, which with all 3 charges should get it close to complete, but probably not completely complete. But we can see this might update with a turn once this has people in it.
And there's also, like, Straw does not move that far down the road. Maybe he could be turned around if it looks like we still need him.
Yes. Yeah. We could do that. In fact, we'll just keep him in town for now so we can heal up that little bit of health. Okay, and I wanted you to go up to the barbarians. Oh, also, if we ever want to put an outpost out here, some more of that precious oil. We make it from babies here in our vampire kingdom. Yeah, we're gonna have plenty of... Well, actually, you know what? We could just go ahead and start spreading that way. Oh, man. I know that there's a great general or merchant or something you can get that just lets you claim tiles that are out of your city's reach. We could just send them right there and grab that before Keto gets a chance. You're looking good on population now, so I don't think you need to be going to the capital anymore, which means this... Could go to Vampire Town, which could start getting a road to us. Can a governor prevent the loyalty drop? That's true. I could move a governor in there. I've been keeping governors in the cities. I put them in because they're strategically valuable there. We're not going to peace. Peace was never an option. Uh-oh. Speaking of governors, someone's taken a governor out. We want that niter, so no. What governor was just ousted? Bengala is no longer governor of Fanghaven due to spy activity. Okay, we definitely need to start getting our spies up and running. I want to get the stock exchange done so we can get a bunch more gold per turn, but after that, the Ravenloft becomes spy central. But okay, you know what? People make a good point about putting governors to keep the peace. I wish Victor had a better production city to be in, because he's very good at spreading loyalty. But he's also the reason we want to build spies here, because he's giving them that level up for free, which is hard to get for spies. Hold
All this conversation about spies is just giving chat so much ammo against me.
Yeah, you feeling introspective now?
So some of them recommend calling one of the spies McQuinn's, or maybe just the whole agency.
Ooh, I don't know if we can
Someone else
rename the
told me to
spies. I think they come with names. I don't think we're gonna build any wonders. Let's just go ahead and build another building in there. We are running low on amenities, so let's go ahead and build a water park in Canehurst. Canehurst Castle, right off the coast, next to the water park. You can't miss it. We can buy a granary, but we can't buy a wall, so we'll start building that.
So Almark, as we learned when we tried to name one of our units Chaz, it at least has to earn another promotion before we can rename it. Because we misspelled Chaz and we still can't fix it.
Rather than go full-on offensive, I'm going to go ahead and let our units heal within our borders this turn. That should give us a better fighting chance. You go ahead and start improving these horses.
Those vampires are blood-sucking bastards, but they sure build a damn good water park.
But they know how to party. He's going to eat hits up here, but that'll let him defend this territory so we can get the builder in there to fix that. Unfortunately, there's no way for him to get over there in one turn without putting himself in danger, so we won't have him bother. You go over here. Let's see how close he gets to Petra. It takes 103 turns because the city is so angry and developing things so slowly. But with this, he will grant 211.046 production onto this product. Let's see how much it needed. Okay, yeah. You know what? It will be done the next turn for sure, and then some. And it's not... Oh, it's going in a turn. we're right up on there. Hey, all right. We've now got railroads going to most of our major initial cities. Oh man, I wonder if this. Hold on. Can I see what upgrades this guy has, even if he's not mine? Yeah, I'm wondering if if it has the convert barbarian perk, because if it does, that'll be annoying because we will be missing out on about 100 gold. But hey, a tribal village over there and a bunch of land.
Pig Island over there.
We could definitely colonize that should we need it. Always more space in the Vampire Empire. Let's see. Go ahead and give you a bunch of food. And hopefully that will make you a little friendlier to us when you see how many things we're buying for you. I wonder, I guess I could make a soothsayer and have it just repeatedly flood this lake and get lots of food in these tiles. You were here to get some of these resources back in. Make this town a little happier. All right, but you have made your way to the front lines. Let's get you going to Pokrovka. All right, let's get rid of these announcements so they're not scaring me every time I glance over. Okay, spy eluded capture from Fanghaven. That's right, we saw that.
The disappointments, this looks so complicated. If you were to be dumped right into this situation, I could agree with you. I think the fact that you grow to this point makes it a bit easier to manage.
Yes, and also, like, this is just the beginning. If our plan is to domination victory this, we're going to have to make our way across this whole map. Like, all of this. And killing everything as we go. We don't necessarily have to dedicate ourselves to one direction. After we deal with this, I would not mind if we try to make nice with Simon, let him fight Tamar and keep her busy while we start working our way east and kill these guys. But
I mean, I could go either way.
yeah,
Either the vampires take over the world, or we get space vampires.
yeah, we could get space vampires. Like I was saying, diplomacy has been in my games that I've been playing on my free time has been my accidental victory over and over again. Because eventually, as a dominating civilization, you become so powerful, you are also churning out the most science and culture. And when the late game starts going, we're going to give diplomatic points to the people with the most science and culture. That means you are winning diplomacy via violence. and I have frequently had the game end as I'm conquering everybody and killing them mercilessly, going, you talked your way through history and managed to be a diplomatic leader. Congratulations, you win. And it makes no sense. I know that
60 gold for 13 iron.
we could. So here's a little trick I picked up. They won't give you a direct conversion, but technically, gold is more valuable now than it is later. I think the equation is to do it 25 turns. So let's see if he would give us 50 right now. Okay, no. Might be a little maybe not as close as I thought. All right, if he's not going to do that, then never mind. Let's do the 2 a turn. So I figured it would at least be in that neighborhood, but he might be more mad at me than I think. What if I gave you that? Would you give me 4 a turn? Would you give me 6 a turn? Would you give me 10 a turn? Oh, no. Wait, make this more equitable. What would you do? Oh, he'd still only give me 2? Never mind. Yes.
Disappointment says that Cyrus looks like Jafar.
Taruga has been defeated.
Oh, what a shame. Around Colombia, not so peaceful, eh, Simone?
Yeah. Unfortunately, they've already denounced us, so we can't denounce them back. Hey, remember that flood I said I was going to do? What if God did it for me? There wasn't a unit in there, right? No. I think there might have been a builder. Oh, well. Let's go ahead and have Petra.
Petra is a brilliant display of man's art history, concerning barren rock. It's a majestic.
Do you...
German vampires built some houses in rocks.
Yeah. Do you know, like, any history on Petra? Do you know its historical significance?
Honestly, I do not. Do we want to make...
Well. It's time for another lesson. I've built the Petra in dozens of civilization files. Let's learn what it really was. Situated between the Red Sea and the Dead Sea, the Dread Sea, Petra is a city cut from the red sandstone around Wadi Musa, now part of Jordan, by the Nabateans, who obviously had a lot of free time around 400 BC. I like the editorializing in this.
Sorry. What?
I like the editorializing in here.
Hanging with faint praise here.
That's an interesting way to put that. Around 400 BC, mentioned in Egyptian, Greek, and biblical sources. Ooh, I'd love to know where the Bible talks about the Petra. The city would develop into a major caravan center, a vital crossroads between Arabia, Egypt, Syria to the north, and surrounded by mountains riddled with gorges and canyons gorges and canyon passages. It was defensible, but it was an ingenious and extensive system of cisterns and reservoirs in the middle of a desert that made it a trade center. At its peak, Petra was home to perhaps 20,000 inhabitants and served as the capital of the Nabatean kingdom. Nabatean? I don't really know. That is until the Romans arrived and annexed it in 106 AD. Struck,
like they do.
Yeah, doing as the Romans do. Struck by a series of earthquakes as well as Roman taxes, it was essentially abandoned 200 years after, not to be discovered until 1812 by a Swiss explorer, Johann Burckhardt. Huh.
Yeah, earthquakes and Roman taxes clearly,
equal
same on the scale.
in power. Okay, but that should make this city feel a little better, and they should hopefully get a little nicer, even though it says they're rebelling in one turn, and I can't get a governor over there in time, so they might just rebel. So if we can, let's hopefully...
We gave you a world wonder.
Yeah,
Don't
come on.
care. We're leaving. Worst
case scenario, this unit dies. I don't know how it will treat him. Actually, you know what? Well, shoot, we can still do it. I'm going to attach it to the vampire. We know vampires take things with them.
Apparently it's referenced in the Bible too.
Yeah, it said it was referenced in the Bible, and I was curious where that pops up if that's true. But
Isaiah and Second Kings.
Huh.
I always forget how to say that. I don't want to make the 2 Corinthians mistake, but it just says 2 Kings.
Second works, yeah. That's how I've always heard it. I don't think we're actually going to be able to finish this in time. Oh, never mind. I don't want to replace any food tiles with it yet. What if the German Buddhist vampires had the Statue of Liberty, though?
Just all the wonders, like the mad scientist.
I would love to be a wonder-obsessed civilization. That's not bad for me. I have not really thought about where things are going to go. Oh, wait. Yes, we did. Never mind. I take that back. We were going to put the aqueduct right here. Give us that big old boosty. And you start building that Hansa some more. You keep healing. You remain attached to him. Actually, this is how we solve our problem. I keep forgetting we had this guy. This is why I brought him over here. Oh, man. Okay. So this guy's power is to immediately bestow 2 loyalty onto a city. We can't get him over there in this turn. But when this city turns and we inevitably take it again, I'll plop him in there and give it some loyalty, and then it should just stay with us. Since we can't get on Myriv yet, I'm just going to let this guy explore around here, take out barbarians if they would cause us any grief. This apostle did not convert these barbarians, so we'll go ahead.
We just wanted to check in on them.
So we'll go ahead and convert them with our bullets.
The most powerful kind of conversion.
I believe it was the forefathers who said something along the lines of, "We'll tell."
But free blood.
Sure, I was gonna say something like, "Hey, we'll put the word of Christ in their heart or a bullet in their brain. It's their choice." Because I'm pretty sure that's more or less how they took it.
That sounds about right.
Get that military scientist heading that, or engineer, however you call that.
The disappointments may be asking this rhetorically, but I figure I might as well post the question to you. How much time do you think you've spent on a single game of Civilization?
On a single game? Well...
Oh, actually, no. The way he phrased it was Civilization games, so all of them.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'm more curious about a single session.
I wouldn't be able to give you an accurate single session breakdown, but I do know the other night I played almost an entire campaign in a single sitting, and I want to say it was about altogether about 11 hours. But that was me kind of cranking through it. That was definitely not the longest file I've had, for sure. That was probably one of the shortest. Oh, remember how in the alternate history, Tamar took the Grand Colombian capital? I wonder if history's about to repeat, because she just declared war on them.
Well, let's...
She does have almost... She has like a double military. Though, then you come over to us and we show you what real military numbers look like.
Yeah, but when the children fight, it's good to compare them at their own level.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, if anyone remembers from, 3 weeks ago, Grand Colombia was on the ropes until we had to redo a good portion of the game.
All right, let's convert that turn and see if these cities go against us. We just gave them a wonder, and we've got people surrounding them now. How mad could they be?
If they turn, they're really ungrateful. Strahd needs some feeding.
Oh, no! They killed one of our horses, but they did not run to claim our workers. That works out.
Really? Simone, do you really think you're in a position to demand anything from us?
He's in a tough place now that he's being declared war, so he's running over. And he's
at least offered to buy something, even if it was a bad price.
But see, he's like, I don't got time. I need your stuff now. Muscat giving ACAT a little bit of grief, but nothing they can't handle. Ooh, took one of our ironclads out. But probably did. Actually, no, we took one of theirs out with our ironclad on the defense. Another mega colossal eruption over in Ravenloft. That's great.
Sir Thomas Percy asks, Grant, did you ever hear about the guy who ran a game of Civ for 10 years? Apparently the world basically turned into a dystopian hellscape like 1984.
That sounds amazing. I have not heard of that, but that's great. All right, they have reclaimed Vampire Town. It has become a free country, or a freestanding state.
They are free to die.
Ooh. We have the diplomacy to vote both of these up should we want them, but I don't think it's really worth going, hey, everyone go to war with Simon or Simone to free that city-state. So I don't...
Especially not Taruga.
Yeah.
They're such a thorn in our side.
So we really don't have to bother with that. But we could just go ahead and shoot out there. Hey, I know everybody hates us and we've been killing everybody, but that volcano hurt us really bad. Somebody please send us money. And they will probably almost certainly unilaterally shoot it down.
The disappointment clarifies he was talking about through the entire game for your entire life.
Ah. Well, let me pull up Steam real quick. On this particular video game, Civilization 6 in particular, I have 680 hours logged, according to Steam. And that's a lot. Kind of embarrassing to hear it all together. But you know what? Ask and I shall answer. I didn't mean to shoot with our siege unit. That was a dumb choice. I meant to shoot with this guy. Alright, cool. We did not lose this unit, but I'm going to keep him attached to the vampire for now since we don't have any other wonders being built.
Danny Warpick, thank you for the 32-month resub.
Thank you. No one can grab him without coming all the way up. Also, I just realized this music is no longer Castlevania. This playlist must have jumped over to a Zelda playlist. That's not correct. We're vampires, dang it!
Sorry, guys. You should have warned us that the music we weren't even listening to had changed.
I knew something seemed off about it. All right, this video is an hour long, and it's called A Rainy Night in the Castle Castlevania Chill and Music Compilation with rainy sounds. So we're gonna have a little bit of that going. Yeah, this seems like good volume for that. All right.
Oh, and speaking of subs, we got Toko 1414 with 38 months and CG with 32 months.
Thank you.
32 months. I didn't think I could count that high. Yeah, no, you're running out of fingers and toes. You've run out. Sorry, I forget we have 20 of them. I mean, you know, everybody has 20.
All 20. Just like the rest of us have. Alright, what do you do? 4 loyalty per turn in this city. Heck yeah. Alright, we're going to be juicing our loyalty back up very easily soon. Gothic does not need another coal mine. But we could start another wonder and get it charged at least once. Let's see. Of these, the Taj Mahal is good at like securing golden ages. This is good if we have a big lake, which 2 squares for a lake is not big enough for me. That actually might be worth putting in Pivotal City, actually. Like, I want Pivotal City to put their walls up, but we could get the Hoi Takali and get extra food and production from this little cube here. Or square, diamond, you know what I mean.
Wouldn't that mean that Pivotal City would have to take the whole lake to get maximum benefit?
We would have to eat the whole lake, which I would like Vampire Town to have access to that, so maybe that's not a great idea. Let's... You know what? I kept waiting to build Spies so they could get a promotion, but maybe we just go ahead... nah. He's open anyway, so we'll have him build them. Because I think we can only hold 1 Spy, so it's only going to happen once. Wait, did we build? Oh, wow. This place had a... That must have been something that Alexander built, because I don't remember us ever building a theater square. But it apparently has all of its upgrades.
Like something Alexander would do.
We already had an archaeologist ready to go. Maybe we train one of those. Maybe we could have a little culture flowing through here.
That explains why I've been seeing the ruins everywhere.
Yes. Yeah, you can get an archaeologist to dig up these little places, antiquity sites they're called, and the relics and artifacts they bring out automatically go to whatever museum created them, and then they provide culture and tourism, which we'll eventually really want. But let's get this general over here. We'll throw some loyalty into Pivotal City, because it's about to turn. And if they both turn, that could become a problem. Also, looks like we got a governor title. We still can't reassign Pengala since he was shut down. But we could get another vampire, which is what I think we're going to do.
Oh, yeah.
Unlocks a third vampire unit. Your vampires now intimidate adjacent enemies, reducing their combat strength by 5. And pillaging now costs only 1 movement, so they can pillage more often, more easily.
Oh, wait, what does the master plan say?
Oh yeah, I guess we could look at what our next stage will be.
Take a little sneak peek is what our vampires will give us.
Unlocked in the Atomic Era, this grants a vampire unit to your capital, so we'll have 4 vampires running around. Increases the maximum vampire castle builds to 4. Units within 1 tile of your vampire castles can now airlift to any other tile near one of your vampire castles. So our vampire castles become warp points, basically.
Yeah, have helipads.
Yes, so we should probably actually start thinking about where we would want those to best take advantage of. Let's say we have, you know, if Ravenloft continues to be our good unit pumping place, we could put a vampire castle here and then a vampire castle like right next to Bolivar or Tamar's capital and just be warping dudes in.
Yeah, I mean, either that or we could put it on the other continent and it makes it easy.
Yes, we could. Well, we'll be able to have 4 castles, so we could put like 1 in each major continent and like just have them ready to go. But
well, either way, we do have a name for this vampire already.
okie dokie. They were born in the capital.
First name Michael.
Sure you don't want to keep Count Zarevic?
That feels like a reference, but we already have someone already gave us a name. And then the next one is Mick. Doesn't exist. All one word.
Michael Mick doesn't exist. Confirmed name. Welcome to the thrall, Michael.
Join the ranks of Butt and Strahd.
Oh, hey, what's up? You guys think you're gonna take that? Nah. Oh, I actually wanted to bring this up before these French missionaries or apostles or whatever get over here. It is in our best interest, I think, to keep Buddhism as the dominant religion because Alexander left us a pretty good religion to hold on to. So we can purchase campus and theater square district buildings with faith, i.e., we can turn our faith when we're not using it for units into science or culture, which is very good. That makes it very versatile. We also get more faith the more cities are following our religion. And should we want to spread this religion to places we conquer, missionaries and apostles are 30% cheaper to produce. Like, these are almost all really good. We really won't get a whole lot out of cathedrals other than the faith gain. I don't think we're going to be getting a whole lot of artists anyway. But, like, the other 3 things in there are all very good. And we're already producing a decent amount of faith every turn, almost as much money, which is something I've been trying to focus on. So if we're already getting that much faith, that will just grow as the game goes. We've cleared out the food here, so now we can throw a Hansa in here. It will be getting a big old boost. Blow up this guy since he is a ranged unit. This guy's melee, so he's going to have to damage himself to damage us. Get another one over here in case he's got friends. He doesn't. Or he does.
This is a nice little island. I could definitely see at least one city sitting here.
Yeah, right in the middle. Honestly,
Yeah,
honestly, if it's only like one small tile there, like if water goes up all the way here and here, that would make a nice little access point for boats to just be able to go through. Buenos Aires, we met them recently. Where are they? Over here. We could start sending reps there so we can get at least some production working in our capital and every city with a workshop, which is just about every city with a Hansa, which is just about every city.
That sounds like a great way to supercharge our Hansas.
Hoo-hoo. And if we could get Buenos Aires to be our friends, they would give us a lot of amenities, which we could use. But we're going to put one here, and then we're going to put one in Cahoca, which will give us our builders the ability to make Cahoca mines, and also just access to a bunch of stuff. So, boom. Look at that. Now we can see everything Cahoca sees. We get us a big old look at this map.
It is so boxed in.
It is very boxed in, and it is probably doomed to die to one of these two if they are aggressive, which France looks like they're expanding pretty heavily. Sweden might be more expansive up here than I'm noticing, though. But it doesn't look like they've got a lot of real estate to work with. And that's a big old desert right next to them. Anyway, back to our stuff. We're going to get Michael moving his way up to the front lines so he can deal with, honestly, Vampire Town's current predicament. This military engineer really doesn't have a lot to do anymore. I guess we could get more roads going this way, so, you know, maybe that's the route we'll take it. Get our western and southern borders a little more recognized. Okay, you are already out of shots, so I must have tried to attack. Oh, that's right, I was dealing with the stuff in Vampire Town.
So I will point out, it's been 2 hours, which means we're stretching past our usual time. Do we want to set like a goal to end the stream on?
I figured I was going to finish out everything I could do this turn and probably call it on that. Because I have not eaten, so I am down to end this stream shortly. But I am having a good time, though. And I really like these streams. Like, these ones, because of how much I like Civ and how much I can just play it and just kind of go, I feel like these are streams that I can thoughtlessly let the 2 hours pass. And I'm glad people seem to like them, because they're easy for me to do. Your enemies know you by flame and fear. They pray to be delivered from your wrath, but the heavens are silent. I think she's starting to turn around to us and realizing realizing that people or realizing that the universe seems to be siding with the Buddhist German vampires. How bad can we be if nature itself seems to agree with us? All right, we'll let them play out this, and then we'll probably call it. Yo, yeah, please send help our way. I'm not concerned with fighting, Simon.
I'm going to be interested to see how those votes turn out.
Hey, we completed the Panama Canal.
The Fanghaven Canal.
The Fangama Canal. Oh wait, no, that's not the Panama Canal. It's like the Erie Canal.
Wait, they actually passed the
emergency. Oh, okay.
Come on.
Who's fight? Okay, so Tomris. Okay, so wow. So all they did was just basically Tomer was already at war with him, and Tomarus, I believe, was also already at war with him. So they just went, yeah, we should fight him. Which
so who voted on the aid request? It failed, but I'm curious who sided with us.
Cyrus was.
Oh, wow.
Cyrus supported us more than we did. Honestly, if we put a little bit more support in there, Cyrus would have been handing us money. I thought there was 0 chances of it passing, so I didn't even bother. What's going on right now? What looks like? Sorry. Oh, is that something on this one?
Well, no, I was just about to say it looks like nothing changed regarding the war with Simone, except now Scythia may fight him. It seems like they probably won't. They're just distracted with us.
I think when these happen, the people who are allied against them, they now get a boost in each other's territory, I think is how this works. So if any of Tamar's soldiers come to Scythia, they will get a buff just for being there, I think is how that works. Or maybe they both just get a buff when they're fighting Simon. That actually makes more sense to me.
Well, it just because the way it's worded, it seems like it just creates a cause of war for them. I mean, we already knew that Tamira, I already forgot her name.
Tomiris?
Tamar.
Oh, Tamar, yes. Yeah, Tamar.
Yeah, Tamar was at war with Simone, and Tamias was at war with us. Now I'm wondering is Tamias now at war with Simone?
Maybe. But yeah, but either way, I think that does just give them some kind of buff. And if they free this city-state, they'll get a huge boost for doing it. So I think that's also kind of what their goal is. But anyway, the aid request for us failed, so people will not be randomly giving us gifts of money. And by people, I mean it looked like only Persia would have done that. And I think we'll leave this next turn for next week when we start. Should we do another one of these? And I think we've already claimed 2 of their, what? How many cities do they have? 5, 6? So we're already a third of the way into this country, and I spent a lot of time kind of talking up other things we were doing. I kind of slowed down our war front in that effort to educate us a little bit, but I hope you all still had a good time.
You know what? I just noticed we lost the suzerain ship of Akid.
Did we? We did.
Yeah,
when did that happen?
Yeah, we don't see their stuff. It must have been recently.
Oh man, yeah, they needed one more person. That's okay, yeah, they must have just grown enough to have one more thing. That's a problem. We'll want to get them back at some point. What do they want us to do? Train a musket man? Hey, you know what? Let's do that real quick. Check this shit out. This is why we save faith, folks. We don't have enough money to turn that guy into a musket man, but we do have enough faith to go, hey.
If you believe in yourself real hard, you'll be able to use a gun.
Dear Lord, please bless us with a musket man. Oh, thanks. And now Akkad's our friend again. Hey, city-state missions, they're helpful. But okay, I think that's going to do it for us. Please, shout it out on Twitter and stuff if you like these streams. I know we've been getting kind of a decent number of people here, so I feel like they're doing okay. But it's very easy for me to feel discouraged and like this is maybe a little too, I don't know, high concept is the wrong word, but I think stuff like this is a little harder to watch than, say, a Drunk Souls. So I appreciate it when people are like, no, I still found this very fun. But yeah, I know we have a talk cast tomorrow that I'll be on. And Thursday we're doing Among Us. I think that's kind of our stream schedule for this week.
Yep, I think Friday's still in the clear. Someone may decide to do something random. I'm not sure, but the ones we have set in stone is the podcast tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Time, and then Among Us on Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time.
Okay, so yeah, you can see me on both of those streams. So I will be present, and Quinn, I believe you'll be joining us again for Among Us, right? I think.
Barring the unforeseen, I will be on the Among Us stream.
Cool.
Most likely running the stream 4-star perspective.
Well, then I would say next week we'll be down to come back to Vampire Town and deal with this. Looks like they're already looking back at their old homes and wishing to be part of that again, but we'll put a stop to that. But that's for the future. Thank you so much for watching this tonight. I'm gonna go eat dinner. You've all been beautiful. And hey, thanks for all the kind words in the chat. I see you. But yeah, that's going to do it. Good night, folks.
Toodles.